Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's collective show. We're going to talk about which area of your life is about to receive the biggest blessing: money, love, health. Let's get into it. I am also available for personal readings. So if anyone would like a personal reading, of course, you can text me at 703-791-9162. The number for personal readings is on the screen, and also it's the same number for WhatsApp for international clients, or visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. All right, let's get into it. Sometimes blessings begin arriving in one area of life before the others, especially when timing starts shifting in your favor. Tonight, we are taking a look at which area of your life is preparing to receive the biggest blessing next and what begins to open as a result. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Collective Vibe show. Thank you all for being here. I realize, recognize, realize. Thank you all for being here. Welcome, everyone. I hope you are doing well. I hope you all are having a productive morning, evening, night, whenever you're listening or watching. All right. I am doing live readings tonight as well. So if you would like a live reading, you can donate via the link in the chat or the PayPal Cash App Venmo on the screen. Please put your question with your donation if you can. That would be fabulous. All right, let's get into. I'm going to pull a card for the collective to warm up the room tonight. Usually I jump right into it, but tonight I feel like pulling a card for the collective. A wild woman says, hello, Lamarr in chat. I'm having a difficult day, but tomorrow will be better. Amen. Looks like this card wants to come out. Ooh, Libra. Makes sense. We just have that Libra pink full moon, so that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Libra falls out for the collective. Let's read the Libra card. Like I said, we just had a Libra pink full moon, so you know spirit is in the room already, child. Literally last night. It is hot in here from all the candles burning. I still have more candles to do and emails to send. So, ciao. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you like the video, share, and thank y'all for being here. God, it looks like my hair is finally starting to grow. Yes, hair. Okay, let's read Libra. Libra gang. Yes. Let's read the Libra card energy. How's everyone doing tonight? How was everyone's day today? Let's read the Libra card. Libra, the symbol of Libra is the scales. Its traditional dates are September 23rd through October 22nd. Libra is the cardinal air sign ruled by Venus and represents balance, justice, truth, and beauty. All air signs have in common a desire for freedom, and all cardinal signs initiate. When Libra appears, balance and justice are being called to action. Does the situation require rectification? Are all areas of your environment balanced? This is what we're talking about tonight. You have the ability to bring both, including the elimination of truth, to the situation. Refer to the Venus air cards for additional clarification and information. This card can also mean perfection is a weakness in Libra that can produce many difficulties in multiple areas. How many of y'all are dealing with perfectionism in some way, shape, or form at this time, or shedding perfectionism? Remember that there is no such thing as true perfection. Imperfection is perfection. To avoid this trap, ask yourself, have I done my best? And is the situation, project, creation as good as I can allow it to be? You will avoid the trap of perfection. Should we read the air and Venus card too? Well, we definitely should read the Venus card because we just had that Venus um full moon, pink moon. Let's read Venus because it said refer to the air and Venus card for further clarification. All right, let's read Venus. Venus is associated with the goddess of love, Aphrodite in Greece, Venus in Rome, and that is exactly what the overall representative energies of this planet stand for. Venus helps to mediate opposites and to bring harmony to discord through love and compassion. It is an energy that teaches inclusion rather than exclusion, as well as representing harmony in all aspects. When it appears in your reading, you are being asked to be your own mediator, to step back from the situation you are inquiring about and to view it from a loving, compassionate perspective. Are you on the fence about making a decision? Are some of y'all on the fence about making a decision tonight? Some sort of decision about something? Maybe someone. Venus, as mediator, reminds you that you can make a list of pros and cons and trust your gut instinct. If you resonate from a place of love, the choice will become clear. This card, the energy of Venus can also mean an absence of Venus is present, usually associated with self-recrimination. What is it that you dislike about yourself? Venus reminds you that love, when focused, heals all. Let's read the air card lastly. Interesting. So love is definitely in the air. Love is probably gonna have something happen soon for some of y'all. Um, or is already happening. Clock that tea. Hi, Tawanda. How are you? How's everyone doing tonight? Let's read the air card. Element of air. In Wicca, air is typically the first element addressed beginning in the east. Its symbol is the sword or athame. Its color is yellow. Time of day is sunrise. Season is spring. And it rules the zodiac signs Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. It governs the energies of the planets Jupiter and Mercury. Air represents wisdom and compassion, but it also represents the higher realms of creative consciousness. When it appears in your cards, you are being asked to approach your situation from a place of wisdom and informed thoughts. Are you allowing yourself to simply jump into situations without thinking about them? Have you allowed yourself to make decisions too quickly? If so, be reminded that the energies of air can be accessed whenever needed and will help in making informed, wise decisions. Interesting. How many of y'all are dealing with this energy tonight? This card can also mean that possibly an overabundance of caution and wariness is most evident in your situation. You overthink and overanalyze rather than logically make a decision and proceed. That leads to stagnation. Ciao. Some decisions are in the air. Let's see, child. Let's see what's coming up. I'm doing live readings tonight. So if you would like live reading, if you would like a live reading, definitely check out my website. All right. Visit or check out the link in the chat, all right, which goes to my website where you can purchase a live reading. That's not the link. Hold on. Hi, J Manuel. How are you? How's everyone doing tonight? Happy morning, evening, day, wherever you are in the world, child. I believe it's almost the weekend. I want to dance in love and dance again. Why do I feel like I know that song? I know those lyrics. All right, this is for the collective. I am doing live readings tonight, so if you have a question, it does not have to be your question does not have to be specific to the topic at hand, by the way. If you have a question, all right, you can donate via the link in the chat or the PayPal Cash App Venmo on the screen. If you can, definitely please put your question with your donation or in the chat after you send your donation, please, and thank you. And let's get into it. It's J-Lo. Okay. What song though? What's the name of the song? Is that a song that's popular from J-Lo? For everyone watching the live right now, for everyone watching and listening tonight, what is the energy around love, health, and money? For everyone watching this live stream right now, Spirit, what area of life for the person watching this video? No, Siri. Spirits, what area of the person watching this video's life is going to get the biggest blessing right now or coming up soon? Money, love, health, or all of the above? Whether this person is watching live right now and or the replay, what area of this person's life watching the video right now is going to get the biggest blessing? Love, money, health. Those are the main focus of Spirit. Give us clarity on those specific areas. One of the few songs you like, Dance Again. I feel like I've heard that before. Hi, District 4. J. Manuel says, I headed out and got myself a 1 hour massage. Oh my God, I needed that so bad. Good for you, J. Manuel. You did self-love, self-care energy on the full moon. Good for you. Hi, Cassier. The Tower. What? The Tower card shows up as the first card. Whoa. A major shakeup, a major transformation physically in the way you express yourself, in the way you're perceived, your self-image. Possibly connected to leadership energy around you, a major shakeup, a major change, a major shift. Unexpected, child. Not the Tower. Okay, I have questions. Let's read the book. The infamous Tower, says Lady Bug Bell. Right? Like, not the Tower right off the bat. Dang. All right, let's read the Tower, child. Let's get more clarity and insight, because there has to be something here. J. Manuel says, hopefully changes for the best. You know, it's not in a bad position, but it's just like, dang, right off the bat, like, oh, okay. Like, Jesus. You know? The good thing is it's not in a bad position. That's why I'm not freaking out too much. But the fact that it was the first card was like, well, dang, you know? All right. Let's read. The Tower. Unexpected change, a massive shift, beliefs shattered, paradigms flipped, an opportunity to rebuild your life in new ways, being flexible, finding shards of light in the chaos, a rift in reality. Hello, fragility. When life seemingly falls apart and everything appears to crumble into a million little fragments, the muse of the Tower can be called upon to powerfully clear any situation and to carefully, oh so carefully, pick up the slivers of broken dreams and of mismatched ingredients. Interesting. She finds herself drawn to moments of dysfunction and to large stagnant blocks of energy. Like a cosmic puzzle maker, she removes outgrown situations in order to force fit the new. And so some of you have definitely outgrown something, all right, for sure. She seeks the diamonds that are always hiding just beneath the surface of life's fractures. Creating beauty from chaos, she is the rebuilder of stories, dreams, and souls. She reminds you that there's no need to be afraid of change. Some of you have major change coming, and that she would never be drawn to any situation that was perfectly balanced or whole. So trust that any discomfort that her change brings today will help to shift things into perfect realignment later. Some of y'all are either experiencing an uncomfortable change at this time or will soon experience an uncomfortable change that, like the card said, will lead to realignment in the future. But it's more about you. It's more about like how you see yourself, your connection with self, like being more self aware, I feel like. I feel like whatever this tower moment is, it's there's an energy around it also of breaking disillusionment or a sense of like a disillusionment. So an illusion is broken with this tower moment. If that gives you clarity in terms of your timeline, if you've been through it, if you're going through it, I think I can pinpoint like where this is showing up for me, because this would show up around March or April time frame, which the current filming of this video I believe is April 2nd, right? So it's around this time frame, right? Some of y'all have already experienced this tower moment, though. All right. Once again, I feel like a breaking of illusion is what I get. Well, I have to say, I have high hopes for the rest of the, spread. I mean, there's only a few other cards that we dread seeing, right, in tarot readings. And if the tower ain't the worst of them, well, there's another one I can think of, two others I can think of. But if the tower still ain't the worst of them, I'm kind of glad we got the tower out of the way, child. Now we can like really dig into some tea. All right, tower moment. Bye, girl. Let's continue. Five of Voices shows up connected to money and finances. Which, by the way, we can look specifically at each one, right? Um, this is an energy of knowing you're not where you need to be financially or want to be financially. Um, some of you are moving towards a certain financial goal or upheaval. Part of you doesn't know if it's going to work. Part of you, it's almost like you're not sure if you believe it's going to work, but you're still moving forward, which is, the best thing that you could do is just to continue moving forward anyway, right? Um, for others of you, there's a sense of a lack of direction financially or connected to finances in some way. All right, whether this is connected to how you make your money, spend it, utilizing your money, your resources at this time. Let's read the Five of Voices connected to money. Interesting. Child, if any of y'all have any specific questions, y'all better get y'all live readings tonight, because I know in my head I already have questions, child, and we only got two cards in. So I'm going to go ahead and post the link. If anyone wants to donate for a live reading tonight, once again, you can donate via the link in the chat, the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. You get a full spread, you get a final card, and you can always come back and see what I predicted for you. And it doesn't have to be specific to the topic of the video, by the way. You can ask any question. I'm thirsty. Five of Voices. Feelings of defeat, learning from lessons of loss, fighting, winning at all costs, A time to extend an olive branch. Seeing what's really important. Failure. Being hurt. Bullying. Social moths. I'm going to win. I'm the one who deserves this. It doesn't matter who gets in my way. Nothing will stop me. I don't care what it takes to make this happen. Some of you are stuck in this like cycle or mentality when it comes to your money. Low key. Interesting. Something with that like host like sentence or phrasing right there like connects to something. The muse of the five of voices looks down, reflecting back the ways we can miss what really matters as we strive to win. Sometimes, so some of y'all have y'all priorities kind of messed up when it comes to your finances, or some of y'all need to shift priorities when it comes to how you make your money, how you utilize your money, your finances, your resources. Some of y'all, if y'all reprioritized and refocused, could be living a whole different like situation or lifestyle, really. All right, but maybe you're on track for this, right? Let's keep reading. Um Sometimes we find ourselves falling victim to someone else's ambition or iniquity. Are y'all trying to live up to someone else's goal? Are y'all trying to live up to someone else's idea of success? Okay, so this is hitting for me. I'll give you an example for me specifically that y'all can like see and like maybe understand. So the focus of my channel previously, I would say as early as last year, used to be a focus on celebrity readings, what was going on in the hot topics in the news. But in this new era that we're in, I recognize that like there's something about that just doesn't resonate, that doesn't feel like the culture. Like this feels like the culture, this feels like the movement, like these types of readings, that I'm doing right now. Like I feel like in the past when I was doing celebrity readings, the idea of success was views, right? Like chasing views, getting a certain amount of views, who was the first, to post the first reading or whatever it is. But now I like my ideas of success is different. My idea of success is changing. And maybe I will say so far it's definitely opened more doors for me financially, stability wise, resource wise, more than just money and finances. But maybe there's even more if I just keep going. But that's my shift in mindset. That's my shift in idea of success in my journey and where I'm at with it. I'm no longer on this rat race of, other content creators or other readers, if that makes sense. And I'm okay with that. Luckily these videos get views. I find a way to make them entertaining and find a way to help them to apply to everyone. So everyone that watches, whether you're watching live and or the replay, whether you buy a reading or not, you get something out of it, right? And they do get views, but they definitely don't get celebrity hot topic content views. But I'm kind of learning to be okay with that. Once again, my idea of success is changing. Success doesn't have to be this or that. Success can be finding out what it means for me, what it means for you. Once again, your idea of success can change, and a lot of times we'll need to change. We'll need to change with the times. So just an example, that you can see happening in my life in real time with my content in real time, right? All right, let's move on. Ooh. We forget how we should get there, and we forego our better interest, our integrity, our balance, our humanity in order to come out on top. Sometimes when we win, we lose. How do you want to feel at the top of the ladder you are climbing? Where does it really go? What cost are you paying to win? And what fallout is associated with those costs? Seek connection and trust and ascend with friendship, forgiveness, and deep compassion. When winning your success resents the failure that it cost, how many broken stories forgive the pieces that you've lost? For some of y'all ideas of financial success needs to change or is changing. That's what really is the T with your money. Your idea of financial success needs to change and or is changing. And it's uncomfortable. There's a little bit of an uncomfortableness and tension around money for a lot of people in the room tonight in some way, shape, or form. All right. Are you one of many? Are you one of one when it comes to your money? What journey are you on? Are you having faith and trusting your journey and being a one of one if you're one of one? Because the six of voices, we go from the five of voices to the six of voices. I almost want to see what the six of voices looks like. Oh man, I guess I can't really tamper with the. No, I already shuffled. I can't tamper with. What does the typical six of swords look like? Let's see. Thank you, Annabelle. Hi, Khadijah. It's the one with the swords in the boat. Child. Yeah. The swords are tough. And look at the olive. Like being dangled. Everyone's like going after the olives being dangled, low key. It's like, well, really, these two are going after the olives, but these two are like, are they going after the olive? Do they even have a chance at getting the olives? Like, there's so much going on here, right? Connected to money and finances that could be broken down, It's layered. Yes, I'm very uncomfortable growing pains. I think a lot of people are. Hanged muse connected to thoughts of mind, once again being in limbo, feeling stuck, stagnated. There is something going on behind the scenes, though, with the hanged muse. All right. But mentally, some of y'all are exhausted. Mentally, some of y'all are like, is anything going to move? Especially with money and finances. Because once again, technically, well, no, the hanged muse is facing the ace of inspiration, which is movement, connected to emotions, family, home, energy. Ace of inspiration is about taking action. So I see some of you taking action, being emotionally inspired, all right, around summertime to take some sort of action, inspired action. Could be associated with home, family. It could be because maybe something else isn't moving fast enough or isn't growing fast enough. Some of you may reach this point of, once again, like I was talking about, um, kind of like me, where it's like you're changing your idea of success, changing your idea of comfortability. Because I'll be honest with y'all, I don't know about the other psychics and the other content creators, but constantly worrying about like getting up the next like hot topic is stressful as f. Like, you know, I mean, I'm good at it, but this is less stressful. This feels more good, like to my nervous system. This type of videos and mixing it in with celebrity content and hot topics, right? Inspired action, recognizing what feels good to your nervous system, making a decision from a regulated nervous system. So this definitely could relate to health for some of y'all. Health improvements, possibly. We're about to look into health. We're about to also get into love, too, technically. Let's pull some cards. Night of Inspiration shows up connected to romance. So it seems like out of all three, love life might be getting the biggest blessing. Low key, high key for a lot of you, for a lot of people in the room. The quickest, the fastest, I'll say. I do get the two of inspiration connected to health, so this is more plateau energy. This is definitely not bad energy connected to health, although the two of inspiration can be connected to like inflammation, gut health. I believe maybe the breasts, the upper like breastbone, anything in this area, fluids in this area, the lungs, things of this nature. But nothing like terrible. Like just things to consider. Let's read the Night of Inspiration because this is connected to romance, child. By the way, remember y'all, I'm doing live readings tonight, so if anyone wants a live reading, you can donate via the link in the chat or the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. If you could please put your question with your donation, that would be fabulous. And your question does not have to be specific to the topic. You can ask any question you want. Okay. Let's read the Night of Inspiration. Get your live readings while I'm here, child, because y'all know once I'm done, I'm done. Two of Inspiration, seeking new paths for yourself, moving past your comfort zone, the activation of potential, desiring new experiences, travel and adventure, home and family, a heart full of ideas and a thirst for expression manifesting. Some of you are desiring a change around your health. Some of you could be activating a change around your health in some way, shape, or form. All right. But does it stick? Let's see. The two of inspiration sees her desires on the horizon. So some of you have a certain desire around your health, your physicality that you seek. And she begins to manifest the arrival of this opportunity by activating it in her heart and in her thoughts. She still has one foot rooted in her old life. So some of y'all have your not just your one foot, your hands as well rooted in your own life, meaning you get what I mean, right? Um and one hand rooted in the new life, new experiences. This is definitely the energy of like someone who's trying to make a change to their health and they are transitioning from eating a lot of junk food and transitioning into eating more whole foods, and they maybe have moments of still binging junk food, but also moments of like, binging healthy food. Like it's like one foot in one life, one foot in the other kind of thing. You're not fully transitioned yet, health wise. No pun intended. All right, or pun intended. Um, she still has one foot rooted in her old life, yet she's taking the first step by peeking her head out and opening up to the possibility of this exciting new path. Hi, hi from Oregon State. Hi, 2846 Shadow. Hi, Love Theorist. I don't know why some of y'all are considering getting the is it Ozempic, the GLP-1? I feel like some of y'all are considering that or considering some form of that. All right. Um. Oh, the things she could do. Not with me holding it upside down, child. Sorry. Oh, the things she could do. Sometimes it feels destined. Sometimes it feels wild. And on occasion, like today, she realizes that all the thinking and dreaming will never replace the doing, the going. This muse reminds you to grab your bags, your tickets, your trinkets, and your talismans and step ahead into the unseen. Taking this step will forever change your trajectory, and if you want to move in the direction of your dreams, you must actively do so. Your extraordinary life requires extraordinary choices. Some of y'all are considering surgery as well. Some of y'all are considering surgery around your health. I don't know. I guess GLP, is it GLP-1? The shot, the Ozempic shot. Is that I get with that? I don't think that would be considered surgery, but some of y'all are considering the Ozempic shot or some form of it, and or some form of surgery around your health. I will also say maybe this could also be associated with plastic surgery. Some of you, it definitely is around your oral health, periodontal health, teeth, um, bones, something along those lines as well. All right. These are the things Spirit is showing me. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Love Theorist says 100% accurate. Yes, Love Theorist. All right. So far, it seems like for a lot of people in the room, by the way, I'm doing live readings tonight once again. So if anyone has any question, if you have a question about love, money, your path in life, something related to your health, pregnancy, a relationship, divorce, all right, now is the time to ask your questions, all right? I am doing live readings tonight. I'm also available for personal readings as well. So if you would like a live reading, you can donate via the link in the chat I just posted or the PayPal Cash App Venmo on the screen. Please put your question with your donation if you can, and we will get right to your question as soon as you make your payment because I'm almost done with this spread. And then we could look individually at love, money, and health if y'all really want to. All right. I don't know how long I plan on staying on tonight. It depends. We'll see. We'll see. Night of Inspiration. Let's read. Let's read the Night of Inspiration. I do have candles I need to do. All right. More candles I need to do. I'm also going to need to get more water soon. Night of Inspiration. This is connected to romance, y'all. Look at the fireworks. Some of y'all have fireworks showing up in romance, y'all. Yes. Let's read. And this is good energy because this is not page energy. So this is not sloppy, energy here. All right. Night of Inspiration. Not to say page energy is sloppy, but you get what I mean, right? Spontaneous creation. So some of y'all have some spontaneity showing up in your romantic life showing up soon. Spontaneous creation and inspiration, taking a risk, charging ahead, following your dream, fast output, action, enthusiasm, and the galloping pulse that gets things done, impulsiveness, haste, majestic symphony, fireworks and flying flames. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all have fireworks showing up in romance, child. Seems like romance and love is getting the biggest blessing out of all three. How do y'all feel about that? Fireworks are is the quickest to get the biggest blessing out of all three. I'll say it that way. Fireworks and flying flames. This night of inspiration is always seeking the thrill of it all. The joy, the happy tears, the adrenaline. She gallops toward the adventure and the path that's most exhilarating. Hi, Paul. How are you? Thank you for being here, Paul. She listens to the pitter patter of the rain and the call of the wind and the grains of sand under her steps. And she shakes her wild mane and roars a giant flame to life. All the elements are wonderful, she muses, but I wouldn't give up the flaming inspiration of the world. This fire, this passion and purpose, this love that ignites the skies and sets my symphony on fire. With enthusiasm and passion, she charges ahead determinedly and somewhat wildly, and she invites you to run with her and to be ready to change to the world. Someone's charging in with y'all romantically, child. Some of y'all may have a fire sign around you, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, as well. Or maybe you are the fire sign energy. Someone could be responding to your fire, though. I feel like someone is coming in strong for y'all romantically. Someone's coming in, I want to say almost hot and heavy or quickly, unexpectedly. There's a clear attraction, or they're clearly showing their attraction for you in some way, shape, or form as well. I almost want to say pay attention to their eyes, pay attention to their eye contact, or there's something about their eyes. All right. Um, there also could be something about their hair as well. Like maybe they have a like specific hairstyle or like a mohawk or a tapered haircut in some way, shape, or form, where the sides are like short, but like it's thicker in the middle, like almost like a mohawk, like a tapered mohawk, I guess. There could be something specific about their hair. Maybe it's like orange or colored. Um, Child, maybe it's a wig. I don't know, honey. But there's definitely something about their hair and there's fireworks, all right? Interesting. And there in the darkness, the tiniest spark, and I knew I could nurture this flame. Y'all have a spark coming in soon. Y'all have a romantic spark coming in. Nurture this flame, and there in the heart of the womb and the art was a muse who was breathing my name. Some of y'all have a spark of potential coming in romantically. I will say specific dates could be July, August, possibly. So those could be specific dates, or 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. Maybe for some of y'all, depending on when you're watching this video and the context, 5 hours, right? But most likely for most of you watching this video, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. All right. If you're watching this video 5 years from now and it resonates, 5 years. You never know where YouTube could be 5 years from now, child. YouTube could have its own channel on TV. What would that look like? Well, I guess it kind of does have its own channel on TV. It's an app on most TVs that you can literally download. Six of Voices connected to relationships. A lot of Voices cards. So the biggest thing is a romantic spark. A lot of you have a romantic spark coming in. All right. Or a romantic fieriness coming in. Let's read the Six of Voices. A spark of potential. How many of y'all have a boo around y'all? Maybe y'all have a boo around y'all now. Maybe some of y'all have a boo coming. Let's read. How many of y'all have a boo, or how many of y'all are boo-less, child? A boo or boo-less. Six of Voices. Connected to relationships, love, energy. Transitions, help coming from unexpected places, quiet movement, successful expansion after a period of difficulty, crossing threshold, changes, realignment, distance covered in the hands of the muse. See, I think a lot of y'all have positive, the biggest blessing coming in love and like romance. Some of y'all, it's coming in fast, like the night of inspiration, like a romantic flame, a romantic spark with potential. Some of y'all, it's coming in quietly, like the Six of Voices. In in the form of change. Hugo says, Hugo says hashtag boolas. I feel you, Hugo. I totally understand, child. We're gonna need to find you a boo, Hugo. Yes. We're gonna manifest you a boo, Hugo. Hi Tina, how are you? How's everyone doing tonight? The six of voices. She stands at the edge of her sanity, not knowing how to go any further, but knowing she needs to cross to the other side. Looking up to the heavens, she sends a silent prayer for help and is answered by a lightness that she hasn't felt for so long. The muse of difficult transitions. So some of y'all are coming from a different transition, or some of y'all are coming out of a difficult transition in your love life. All right. All right. So maybe that's why some of y'all may be boo-less. Okay. Black Widow Row says, hello, Lamarr Collective. You're awesome. Hi, Black Widow Row. Hi, Luna. How's everyone doing tonight? Luna says no boo. Um, the muse of difficult transitions lends a helping hand to those who seek solace and passage to new states of being, living, and loving. Sometimes the way across the river is unclear and muddy. In these times, the muse asks us to be open to receiving help from wonderfully unexpected places. So be open still. Trust that serendipity will find you. Look for kind gestures of beauty. And keep seeking the bright waters of over tomorrow's horizon. Some of y'all need to keep looking in love. Some of y'all need to not give up. I know how hard it can be, child. I get it. But don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you jaded, right? You never know the next person you're going to come across, right? All right. Remain to be booed up, all right? Chauncey says definitely. Tina says I'm booeless too. Oh, the booeless thing has me cracking up for some reason. Okay. In these times, the muse asks us to be open to receiving help from wonderfully unexpected places. Trust that serendipity will find you. Look for kind gestures of beauty. So some of y'all need to look for kind gestures of love and romance. Look for the person opening the door for you. People do that for me all the time. Say thank you. Know that means that they cared enough to open the door. Right? There's people out here that don't get the door open for them or get the door slammed in their face. That's happened to me a few times too, child. Right? Look at the small gestures. Someone making eye contact with you, smiling, right? Especially if you as soon as you walk in the room, if as soon as you walk in the room, someone looks at you, especially someone you find attractive, that means something. Like, pay attention to the small things, the small reflections of love, right? Love energy, attraction energy, right? The Boo Club, I'll be the founder. We out here single. We are living single. Oh, in a 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girls. Except everyone in Living Single, I think, was booed up, at least by the end of the season, weren't they? I think for a large part, Maxine wasn't booed up, but then she got with, what's his name? Khadijah always kind of had a boo, but Khadijah, I forgot what happens with Khadijah and then Regine was always dating, and then of course, um, what's her name? Woo 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 had Overton. So I guess Woo 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 was the only one booed up. But anyway, let's continue reading. Kyle, right. She had Kyle. Definitely tell them people thank you, exactly. Yeah, they have booze every now and again. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, let's read. As these roots and stir inside your soul, you will be moved in the direction of small miracles. Yet forward she crosses her passage of silence, laughter without mentions, pervasive steeping, inner quiet, helped by kind intentions. Some of y'all are moving forward in love and dating, need to keep moving forward in love and dating, and you moving forward in love and dating, especially if you've come from a difficult time or period in any way, shape, or form. Little miracles will cross your path. Little gestures of attraction, little signals of flirtation, right? Or if you're already in a relationship and you're coming from a difficult period in your already established relationship, look for the little miracles that show up in your relationship moving forward. All right, that things are changing. If you're deciding to stay, right? After a difficult period, especially. All right. I know I've been getting a lot of those types of personal readings, child. Relationships have been heavy lately. Remember, y'all, I'm doing live readings tonight, so if anyone wants a live reading, you can donate via the link in the chat. You can donate via the PayPal Cash App remote on the screen, okay? Um, and please put your question with your donation if you can. Please and thank you. All right, y'all. So we're gonna continue pulling more cards. We're gonna look specifically at each one, but so far, out of all the three, reading them together, seems like love is getting the biggest blessing so far, which I am mad at, and I can kind of see already playing out in my life. Um, so this reading is interesting so far. Oh, the World card. The point is that there's change coming, and for a lot of us, it's about a closing of cycles. I feel like this year in 2026, this is about a closing of a lot of cycles. So I'm going to say this as well. This might be one of those videos you'll have to come back and revisit throughout the year, at least leading up to certain dates and time frames. At least leading up to October, November of 2026 of this year. A lot of us are going to have, especially around money and health and love, dating, romance, closing of cycle experiences. All right. Maybe leading up to a big moment of a new beginning of a cycle around October, November, or within the next 8 to 21 hours, days, weeks, months. All right. Depending on when you're watching this video, once again. Or once again, October, November are important months in general. All right. Child. 2026 is about closing old cycles, ending old cycles. Makes more sense now. Page of Voices shows up around expansion, optimism. This is like more anxiety. Feeling like there's a lot on your plate, a lot on your mind, not feeling ready for certain things, right? So some of y'all want love, some of y'all want money or changes, certain changes in your money. Some of y'all want certain changes with your health, but are y'all really ready for the mental, what it takes mentally, emotionally, spiritually for that change and to sustain that change. Are you ready? Are you really ready mentally, emotionally, spiritually for that level up? Right? In this case, it would be mentally. Do you really have the mindset mentally, the mental mindset, the mental fortitude for that level up with your love life, your money, or your health? Let's keep it real. Because it starts with the mind. It starts with the mentality. It starts with your thoughts. It starts with your ideology and your beliefs. Let's read the page of voices. All right. Some of y'all are distracted. Too easily distracted, Loki. Khadijah says, felt that. I ask this myself every day and pray on it. Yes. Give me a second, y'all. Let me go get some water because I am thirsty. These candles are burning in this apartment. Ooh, and if anyone wants to donate for a live reading, I am available for live reading. So please send your question via the link in the chat, which I just posted, or the PayPal Cash App Venmo on the screen. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some water. I'll be right back. I will do anything for your love. Precious love. I will do anything. Page of voices. Let's read. Page of voices. Can money candles be used to advance careers? Yes, they can. Yes, absolutely they can. Curious and intelligent things, restless energy. So some of y'all are restless at this time or restless with certain things on your mind. Maybe around money, love, health. A thirst for knowledge, learning, thinking, a student, needing to align your actions with your words. We talked about that just now. Frenetic understanding of stillness. How does it all work? Where are we headed? What is the nature of nature? With a million questions and answers, she gobbles up all the things, the lights and the bits and the bobs and the data. This page is a sponge of the world. Taking it all in, she intuits and intellects. She thinks her way into existence, and sometimes she has so much on her mind that there's a frenetic energy around her. Some of y'all have frenetic energy. The learning storm comes, the wind whips in restless communication. She doesn't mean to create this uncomfortable buzzing state. She's just so absorbed in her busy thoughts that she misses the fact that there is another mountain beside her that needs to sleep. She reminds you to think before you speak, to use your mind as a tool, and to see the facts as they are. And then she reminds you to grow. I collect my mixture of spinning thoughts and I begin to pull them down to earth. I think, I am, I know. So I speak. Oh, how I speak myself into existence. Some of y'all need to speak what you're wanting. Instead of worrying and overthinking and stressing, you need to speak into existence what you want around your love, money, and health. Instead of saying, I can't or I won't, one day I will, just do. Just say, I am. I am doing, right? I want to do. No, just do. I am doing, right? Say it in present time. Speak it into present existence, not future existence. Clock that T. Some of y'all are manifesting and projecting and speaking into existence in the future instead of the present. Clock that T. Okay. Let's continue pulling cards. 7 of emotions. Uncertainty around some of your past choices around money, love, and health. Almost like wishing a lot of you could go back in time. Like, man, if only I had if only I could go back knowing what I know now, right? Whatever it is around your health, this definitely could be related to your health, child, for a lot of y'all. Or related to your love life or your money as well. So it could be related to debt, your current money situation. All right. Fret not on the past, though. Once again, focus on the present. A lot of y'all are not focused on the present. Nisha Wilridge says, can I get a reading? Yes, Nisha, if you would like a reading, you can donate for a live reading. Once again, if anyone wants a live reading tonight, this is the collective live vibe and the live reading vibe once again. So if you want a live reading, your question does not have to be specific to the topic. You can ask any question you want. If you have a question about your money, your love life, your health, your family, your coworkers, your job, right? Something even more nuanced, you can ask any question you want. We do not judge at all in this chat. Trust, we've had all types of questions asked. So once again, you can send your donation via the link in the chat or the PayPal Cash App Venmo on the screen. Please put your question with your donation, and that would be fabulous. We'll get right to your reading. The Justice card shows up. Once again, connected to networking, friendships, unexpected changes. So there is some unexpected balancing or rebalancing, recalibrating of scales going on or showing up here. And the Ace of Pentacles. This feels like money. This feels like the strong potential to manifest money or stability here. So there is also a money blessing showing up. It may just not show up in the timing y'all one is wanting or hoping, but money energy is here. Money blessing is here. All right. Resources, stability, opportunity is here as well. All right. So it seems like there's kind of opportunity around all areas, love, money, and health. But the one that's more likely you're not to experience as a delay is probably around love or romance. Some of y'all have something quicker coming in love and romance for y'all than possibly a change in love, money, or health, right? That you'll notice or that you'll clock. So, but changes are coming in all areas. Shall we look at each one individually? Does anyone have any specific questions around your love life or money or is this upside down? No, okay. Or around your health? I need to learn how to solve complex problems calmly instead of wishing bad things won't happen. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. That's a really important skill I've had to learn over the years. Don't break down into crisis mode. Break down into strategy mode. You know, so you learn to work better under pressure that way. All right, let's look real quick. Once again, uh, live readings. If anyone wants live readings before I sign off for the night, all right, get your live reading in. Or actually, now would be a good time to show personal readings as well. If anyone would like a personal reading, I am also available for personal readings. So let me show you my website for anyone who would like to donate for a personal reading. This is my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Once you've reached this page, you know you're on the right page. You can scroll down and read reviews. Also, check out my social media pages where you can view things I upload. Sometimes I do weekly horoscopes. You can also go to the store section to view everything I offer. I offer quite a lot of different options. I offer email readings, video recorded readings sent to your email. I also offer 15-minute, 30-minute, hour-long phone readings. I offer candles, protection, love, and money candles, open roads candles, cleansing candles, birth chart readings, individual birth chart readings, compatibility birth chart readings, 1 year ahead, predictive birth chart readings, merch including handmade evil eye bracelets, mediumship readings where I don't use any tarot cards. I just tap directly into spirit, which also can be recorded if you like. Past life readings, which also can be recorded. Tarot classes, astrology classes, spiritual development classes, custom candles, astrocartography readings, and so much more. If you'd be interested in any of these things, then definitely once again check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. You want to go back to the DMV? I had total knee replacement in January 2026. Just got my nursing license and have to heal before I can get into nursing roles. Yeah, let's look into health. So, for everyone in the room watching collectively, what's the energy around health? For everyone in the room watching collectively, whether the person watching this live right now is watching live or the replay, what is around health for the person watching this video right now, whether they're watching the live and or the replay? Yes, congrats on the nursing license, Tina says Love Theorist. The Tower. Why does the Tower keep showing up? The Tower card shows up around physicality. So some of y'all are having major physical changes around your health. That's why I kept saying I see some of y'all getting surgery, doing the Ozempic. Some of y'all are having major changes around your physicality, your physical health. Now, this could go either way. The Tower card could either be like a major shakeup, like your foundation is changing, like not necessarily a bad thing, or the Tower card could be a bad thing. So I want you to also, on the flip side of that, pay attention to your physical health or your physicality. If you notice physical changes in your body, that could be a sign, right? With your health. But the Tower card right off the bat is like, again, if the Tower card shows up in this position again, or just period, in the next one of these readings, I don't know what I'm gonna do, child. But I'd rather have the Tower card, as I said earlier, show up in this position than any position at all. All right. You are so gifted and talented. Love the way you just scrolled through your services like a pro, just like that. Thank you. Yes, Tina. Yes. Also, I'm available tonight if anyone wants a live reading or wants a personal reading tonight when I get off. I'm available for phone readings. I know some of y'all like to get late night mediumship readings, past life readings. Muse of voices around money. Some of y'all are going to have an opportunity around your health. I don't know why specifically. I feel like for some of y'all this is related to healthcare. Some of y'all are gonna. I know this is really specific or weird, but some of y'all are gonna have a change in your healthcare in some way, shape, or form. Maybe some of y'all are quite literally are about to change healthcare providers, or some of y'all are about to get healthcare for the first time in a while. Or about to be able to afford it maybe for the first time in a while. Some of you are about to be accepted into some sort of program around health. All right. Or you're about to be accepted in terms of some list that you've been on for a while. Maybe a wait list. Okay. Queen of Voices shows up connected to thoughts and mind communication. This is about making a logical decision around your health. For a lot of you all, it's mind over matter. Some of you need to change certain habits or associations you have mentally with your health or health decisions. It's mental association that you're changing or leveling up. Some of y'all are leveling up mentally with your health. That's been a big part of the problem all along. Shall we read the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Voices? Once again, if anyone wants a live reading tonight, you can donate via the link in the chat. All right. Currently we have no one on the list, so if you want a reading, all right, you will be the first one on the list as well. You can donate via the link in the chat, the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. Please put your question with your donation if you can. Thank you. Or you can get a personal reading. I am also available for personal readings as well. Queen of Voices. A truth speaker, an honest and astute leader. Wisdom, an ability to cut through the bullshit. Clear vision and clear communication. Wit, intelligence, good advice, strategic thinking. From the east, a wind picks up and she feels the rustle in her hair as her senses come alive. Her magic is a little more tangible than some of the other queens, and for her proof seeking perception, she is grateful. She unfolds her wings of wisdom and knowledge and stretches, looking out over her domain. She is the queen of voices, and she speaks with an intensity so very direct that it cuts right through to the heart of the matter. Interesting. Her words, like those of an ancient soothsayer, are clever and rife with profound insight. And there, in the wake of a million fluttering clouds, she always seeks the path rooted in truth, integrity, honesty, and gentle knowing. She reminds you to be strategic and direct. This could be some of y'all's doctors or nurses around you as well. I just got that. Or medical professional. All right. She reminds you to be strategic and direct, to dispel clouded judgment, and to send tiny gusts of helping winds to those in need. Speak what is right with great compassion and honesty, and communicate your truth courageously. Interesting. For some of y'all, it's mind over matter with health. It's not your gut. It's not your stomach. It's not your hunger. It's your mind is the enemy, or the potential victor. You choose, is what I hear. Ooh, child. Lord have mercy. Two of materials connected to emotions, family energy, home energy, balancing two different aspects. This once again could be emotionally having one foot in one thing, having another foot in in another thing or aspect. Emotionally, there's a teeter totter health wise. All right. It's emotionally some of y'all that you're kind of learning, you're teeter tottering on when it comes to your health, or that you're struggling more than mentally. You're starting to master the mental aspects of health, and maximizing your health, creating a good health lifestyle for yourself, but it's the emotional aspect that is the real focus currently. All right. Emotional regulation. How do you emotionally regulate yourself? Do you overeat? Do you oversleep? Do you not sleep enough? All right. Um do you not have a good work-life balance? Like, there's something emotionally with health that you're still learning, I'll say. Hugo says maybe the health change is the state of mind. It definitely is. Definitely could be the state of mind. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. How many of y'all have some health concerns, Shao? How many of y'all are having changes related to your health? Six of materials. A lot of y'all are getting your energy back, though, your mojo back. All right. I see an increase in your energy output health wise. You being able to do more over time. All right. Once again, when it comes to like eating, like food is fuel for the body. And you have to think like in terms of input output, like almost like we are, like almost like we're a machine. We literally are machines, right? Biological machines. But anyway, maybe too scientific, maybe not. Anyway, the fuel we put in our bodies determines the output that we are able to achieve, right? So I'll give you a good example. Once again, this is dinner time hours. This is prime time live hours. It's currently, what is it? What time is it? 11 p.m. here. So this is usually after people have eaten their dinner and things of that nature. If I were to eat a heavy dinner every night, I would not be able to do these lives. I would not be able to commit to this schedule. I would not be able to, commit to this transition that I'm committing to with my YouTube channel, right? I've got to be conscious of the input that I put to be able to affect the output that I put in, you know? So that's why I try to eat salads, fruits, light, not too heavy, right? If you're constantly inputting in your body a lot of carbs and heavy foods, your out, think of how that affects your output, your energy levels. All right. So you want to have a good input output, and I see you all excel. This is the energy of excelling in that. Your energy levels increasing. your output levels increasing. Maybe your body metabolizing or your metabolism increasing. Is that usually what happens when you get more energy? I would think as you're able to utilize more energy, as you have more energy, that shows an increase in your metabolism in some way, right? Because the way, once again, any scientist in the room, let me know. But the way I would think, it's like digestion, slow digestion, slow metabolism, slow output, right? Fast metabolism, fast digestion, fast output. Like, think of it that way. I try to think of it that way, right? I don't want a slow, sluggish metabolism or digestion because that's going to make me tired, sleepy, affect my output. That's why you pay attention to it. Did y'all see the video of the McDonald's CEO not eating his burger from his company, but trying to act like he loves the burgers so much? And then subsequently, all the other CEOs show videos of them eating the burgers. Do you really think they're having that every single day? All right. Do you really think these billionaires? I mean, some of them maybe probably don't. Well, there's Trump, but anyway. Um, I bet you even Elon Musk. Like, do you really think any of these millionaires, billionaires, very successful people are constantly eating carbs, burgers, fries, fried foods, sweets, right? They probably indulge every now and then because we should indulge every now and then, but you know, consistency is key. What are you consistently eating? If you're consistently eating foods that don't give you this energy, you're doing it wrong. If you're consistently inputting fuel, energy into your body that isn't giving you this outcome energy wise, you're doing it wrong. All right. Ooh, child. Hugo says, clock that T. Not at all, right? Says kisses away. Night of Inspiration shows up connected to health. This is a good card. This is not a bad card by any means. I don't see anything bad around health. What's this card facing? It's facing the page of emotions. Are some of y'all having issues with the abdomen with your digestion once again? Are some of y'all dealing with heart issues or heartburn? Is it called agita? Inflammation, inflammation of the guts, inflammation of the agita, of the heartburn, maybe. Like, are some of y'all having these issues? All right. Scare Bear says, "Ooh, do you have time for one more? I'll go order now." Yeah, y'all. I'm live. Thank you for reminding me, Scare Bear, because y'all know I will get into the reading and forget what I'm doing. But yes, I'm available for live readings. If anyone wants a live reading, thank you for reminding me, Scare Bear. If anyone wants a live reading tonight, please send your donation via the link in the chat, the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. All right. I am available for readings, and I would love to read for you. All right. And remember, live readings are the cheapest option I offer. So you get a full reading. You can always come back and see what I predicted for you. I don't delete these live streams, okay? And as long as I'll give y'all the secret as to the ones I do put members only, at least a little bit of the secret, like reasoning. As long as the video does well views wise, I won't put it on members only. If I start to see the views be like, I'll put it on members only. I'm gonna clock my own T right there. Or if sometimes I'll just feel like putting something on members only too. So that's part of the secret, but there are other secrets or reasons as to why I will put something on members only. But that is one of the reasons. All right. This one I'm kind of guessing will probably do well. So this probably won't go members only. All right. All right. Some of y'all, yeah, are having these issues, but let's read the Night of Emotions. No means reminder. Thank you for this healthy structure. No means no, right? I'm agreeing with you. Yes. Yeah, you gotta tell yourself no sometimes, child. No to the pot pies. No to the Krispy Kreme. No to the Cold Stone and Ben and Jerry's. No to the McDonald's. By the way, yes, Scare Bear, let me know when you purchase your reading. Tina Brown says heartburn, inflammation, eating more fruit. Fruit is really good. By the way, recently I had McDonald's after not eating McDonald's for a while, and I had a really weird thing happen. Now, let me know. Maybe it's just me and my psychicness and my spiritual weirdness, kookiness, but let me know if anyone else has noticed this. I typically don't have major issues with oral health, teeth, bad breath, or anything like that. Like, I really do generally take good care of my oral health and my teeth. I floss daily. Like, I double floss. I use one of those water flossers and the um wax floss. And then I have like a super expensive toothbrush. It's like one of those $300 toothbrushes that pulsates and like does like the beeping and the bopping, and like, I seriously do take good care of my oral health. So I pay attention to my oral health. I do not like when there's things in between my teeth. I do not like when I feel you can feel that like that weird texture on your teeth. Like, I don't like any of that. I don't like when I feel like my breath feel like I don't like any of that. So I really do take good care of my teeth. I noticed when I ate McDonald's recently after not eating it for a while, I feel like it kind of made my breath bad, like smell bad or like feel bad. Like there was something about it, like oral health wise, I did not like. Has anyone paid attention to that or noticed that about McDonald's? I didn't like how the McDonald's made my breath and my oral health feel the next day. So I clocked that. I was like, okay, like I don't know if I want to eat this again based off that alone. Like I feel like I got nothing out of it nutrition wise, but also that was weird as well. Has anyone noticed that about McDonald's? Hugo says IBS is a downer since we're talking about gut health. IBS, a lot of people struggle with that too, irritable bowel syndrome. Khadijah says, yep, sometimes sour burps too. Yes, Khadijah. McDonald's will give you the heartburn and the agita and the indigestion too, child. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know if it comes from like the hands handling the food. Maybe it's not as like hygienic, and I don't know. I don't know, but I didn't like how it made my breath feel and my teeth feel and stuff like that. I was like, hey, I'm probably not going to eat McDonald's again for a while, just based off that alone. So pay attention to your oral health, y'all. All right, like I know we make fun of a certain someone, but taking care of your oral health is really serious. It's not a game, like I really do take, I really do take good care of my teeth. All right. So, and luckily I had braces. I had good orthodontics growing up. So I learned young to take good care of your teeth. Right. So also, oral health can be connected to gut health. Your gut health can affect your oral health and vice versa. Did y'all know that? Let's talk about health tonight. We've never really delved into health like this before. You know what surprises me about oral health? Thank you, Christina, who just donated for a live reading. We'll get to your reading right after this portion of the show. Once again, if you would like to donate for a live reading, you can donate via the link in the chat. All right, you can donate via the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. Please put your question with your donation. Um, you know what what drives me crazy, or I don't understand about oral health? I don't understand people who do not floss. Please tell me y'all in the room floss. I I don't care. Honestly, I don't care if you don't floss every day. You know, just tell me that you floss. I floss every single day. And when I tell you I floss, I get up in there with every tooth, every nook and cranny, with the wax floss first, which I've been doing that since I was a kid. But then I follow that up with the water floss, the water flosser as well. Please tell me off. I do that every single day. I don't care how tired I am. That's the first thing I do when I wake up. All right. Also, before I go to bed, especially if you have a partner, child, make sure y'all brush your teeth before y'all go to bed. Morning breath, especially if you have bad morning breath. Luckily, I don't have bad morning breath, but the first thing I do before I leave the house, floss my teeth, brush my teeth. Oh, can we talk about the tongue? Can we talk about the tongue? When I was dating, there was this guy I matched with. Well, I mean, y'all know I'm talking to someone now, right? Um. Anyways, I am still talking to someone. Um. When I was dating, I matched with this guy on Facebook dating. He's a cute black guy. I think he was like Ethiopian, maybe, or something like that. But his breath was just so bad. I can't. I can't. It's such a deal breaker. Please tell me y'all floss, and let's talk about the tongue, please. Can we please talk about the tongue? If you don't use floss, you for sure have bad breath. Preach, love theorist. Khadijah says, I remember I was going through depression and skip flossing, which is understandable. My gums started to get inflamed. Never skip flossing since. That does happen to a lot of people. Depression will get you, right? But even in moments of depression, I will still get I will still have to brush my teeth at the very least. Like, you use a water pick, floss, but not every day. Okay, even using a water pick is good, right? I think you should use both. Personally, you know, but that's just me. All right, but as long as you're using something, can we talk about the tongue? Please tell me y'all brush y'all's tongue. Your tongue should be that color. Your tongue should be this color. And this is after me drinking coffee, by the way. This is coffee. Your tongue should be pink, okay? Brush your tongues, but I want you to brush your tongues. Now, once again, I have an expensive toothbrush that has a button on it that actually, like, it changes to some sort of algorithm where it turns into a tongue brush. But I also follow that up with a tongue scraper. Please tell me y'all know about a tongue scraper. All right. If you don't know, it's okay. This is why we're here. We're teaching tonight, okay? All right. Every time I brush my teeth, I brush my tongue. If I'm going to meet up with someone, speaking of talking to someone, if I'm going to meet up with someone, not just romantically, but if I'm going out, if I don't have time to do anything, at the very least, I will make sure that I brush my tongue, gargle with mouthwash. I most likely brushed my teeth earlier that day, so that alone is enough. All right? We've got to use tongue scrapers. All right? There's so many health benefits to having a clean, healthy tongue. All right? I don't even want to talk about what all can gather on the tongue. All right? But we got to brush our tongues and we got to scrape our tongues. Look up a tongue scraper if you've never heard of a tongue scraper. I think it originated in the Middle East, or like they have specific tongue scrapers. I think copper, which I do have a copper one. I have a copper tongue scraper and a stainless steel tongue scraper. But I also know that they have plastic ones as well. All right. They have different types of tongue, like they have tongue scrubbers and stuff like that. I use the scrapers. I think those are the most effective. You can get really good back in there, you know. Once again, your tongue should look like this or some form of that, okay? Just saying. All right. We want good breath. Kisses away. Bad breath and bad teeth are definitely a deal breaker for me too. Yes, Tina. A wild woman says, yes, I knew a guy that was fine and a bit executive, but his breath was so stank. It almost knocked me out. No, a wild woman not knocked you out. I understand, child. I understand. It is a problem in these streets. Not the bad breath, Tawanda. Now you use both. That's good, Khadijah. You scrub your tongue. Yeah, yes. Whenever I see a white, whenever I see a white tongue, I get so grossed out. Oh my god, I brush my tongue sometimes. As long as you do it even sometimes is better than none times. Please tell me y'all were taught to brush tongues. Yes, 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 yes. You have to get the tongue, child. Okay, let's continue. But once again, there is a connection to the gut, sometimes the heartburn, the agita, and the oral health. Okay, but also the agita, the gut health will affect your oral health as well. So pay attention to the correlation between the two. Night of inspiration shows up, connected to change and transformation. Some of y'all have inflammation of the gut and inflammation around like heartburn issues or something like that. Some of y'all need to work on that. I like here sauerkraut, like soft fruit like melons could be good for your gut health. All right. Look at the fish like flowing into her gut, wanting to flow into her gut. Some of y'all, or is it flowing out of the gut? I'm not sure. No, it's the fish are flowing into the gut or wanting to flow into the gut. Some of y'all need more water absorption in your gut. Some of y'all need more water to help with movement in your gut. Some of y'all are dehydrated. Your gut is dehydrated. I forgot what, I guess that would be, is that IBS? Is that constipation? Some of y'all may be dealing with constipation in some way. Let's keep it real in these streets. All right. What's funny is when a person is chewing gum and they breath still be kicking. Like the gum is not helping. That's why whenever I see someone chewing gum, I'm a little bit concerned because I'm like, okay, why are you chewing it? Whenever I see someone chewing gum on camera, I'm like, why are they chewing gum? Because if I'm in that, hold on, Fonzie, hold on, Fonzie, hold on, come here, hold on, come here, come here. Let me see, Fonzie. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Meow 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 me. Okay. Okay, Tauntaun. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, Tauntaun. Them teeth are looking good. I pay attention to my cat's teeth too. I don't play when it comes to teeth. I really don't. It's not a game over here. It's not a joke. All right. It's not a joke or a game over here. All right. Now, okay, let's go back to chewing the gum and the stank breath. So, if I'm worried about my breath in that way, once again, I'm gonna feel self conscious about chewing gum because it's like, oh my god, are they gonna think I'm chewing gum because my breath stinks? Like that's how my that's how my mind works, right? So I would rather have an Altoid or something like that, you know, personally. Joan Rivers did that. Joan Rivers always kept Altoids with her, apparently. But Joan Rivers always had people in her face, so I could see that, right? I would rather have an Altoid. But anyway. Kombucha, have you had that? Supposedly it's good for the gut. Kombucha is really good for the gut. And I have had kombucha. Kombucha is really good. You know what else is good for the gut? Kimchi. Kimchi is good for the gut. Inflammation, yes. Do you brush your cat's teeth too, or do they fight you? I try to brush them. I go through periods of brushing them. Cleopatra won't fight me. Fonzie kind of will fight me. I've been brushing Fonzie's teeth though since he was young. Um, so I try to at least train them in getting their teeth brushed. Period. Luckily, they don't have issues with their teeth. What I do is I do the water additive. They have like these water additives that you can add to your pets, your cats, your dogs water that like helps to keep their teeth and their mouth clean. So I do that, and that typically that works honestly. But I think it's also diet. I don't feed my cats human food. I think that can mess up their teeth when you give dogs and cats human food. I don't give my cats human food. I feed them mostly wet food. Every now and then they get dry food as a treat. Every cat owner is different. Some cat foods love dry food. The vet one time told me, the cat vet one time told me wet food mostly, dry food on occasion or not at all. So that's the mindset I try to adopt with them. But yeah, pet health is important too. All right. Five of voices. Some of y'all, it's your learning, it's your upbringing. Once again, some things you were never taught, or some things you're once again just now learning. Like maybe once again, some of the things that we mentioned in this live stream, some of y'all may just be now learning. Because I know once again, going back to oral health can be a touchy subject for a lot of people when it comes to our own oral health, when it comes to our pets' oral health, because a lot of times we're just never taught certain things, right? All right. So if you have kids, I think one of the most important things you can teach your kids is oral health. They say it starts in the gut. I think it really starts in the mouth, low key, high key. We need to be paying attention to our gum health, paying attention to gum recession. All right, now not letting that get too severe. Those abscesses, not letting those get out of hand. Like it's real. Like the mouth is in a way its own brain, that affects the body overall. I believe there's the brain, the gut is a brain. I think the mouth in some way, shape, or form is a brain as well. Like a lot that happens in the mouth and the hygiene of the mouth affects a lot of the other body parts. All right, you guys. I will be right back. All right. And this is from someone that got had braces, professional braces when I was a preteen, a tween, a middle schooler, where my orthodontist was black. He was a black man. All right. And he taught me about oral health and keeping my mouth healthy and clean, even with braces. Right. And flossing, the importance of flossing. So I took a lot of that stuck with me. All right. Just like sewing stuck with me. I learned how to sew once in middle school. I still know how to sew today. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, well, I'm gonna look this up for my baby girl. Thank you. You're welcome, Khadijah. Yeah, I've had a couple people like come to me for readings about their pets and their pets' health. J. Manuel says, and that's an issue I currently am handling. Gum recession. I'm on a $1,000 dental treatment and I've seen improvement. That's good, J. Manuel. You know what really helps with the gums? I'm gonna give you some gum tea, all right, and not the gum you chew. Hugo says dental health should be free, in my opinion. I agree. I agree, but them orthodontists are damn good at what they do, chow. Well, most of them. Some of them are anyway. Let's keep that. Let's keep that real. Um, what was I about to say? Gums, gum health. What helps with your gums? Let's talk about that. Does anyone know what helps with your gums? All right, your gums and gum recession. You know how you might have gum recession? For some of y'all that are questioning, do you have gum recession? You know how a sign you might have gum recession. Now, I think gum recession is it also called gingivitis? Can be reversed a lot of times. All right. One sign you might have gum recession. You struggle drinking really, really cold water or cold things. You get that feeling or that like feeling. I don't know what I guess it stings or it hurts or it gets really cold or it's like a tingling feeling. Like I don't know what you would call this sensation, but if any of your teeth struggle with anything cold, like cold water, you might be struggling with gum recession. The good thing is usually it can be reversed. Let's talk about ways to reverse it or prevent it. Flossing. Coconut oil, maybe. I've heard oil pulling. Oil pulling is good. I don't do oil pulling. Um, I've only had really a bad issue with my gums one time, and it was like down here, on this side, and it was really a wisdom. It was an impacted wisdom tooth. I told you about that a few years ago. Remember, I had to like take off for a day or two because I had a wisdom tooth pulled. It was an impacted wisdom tooth that was messing up my gums. So also look into your wisdom teeth. All right. But ever since getting that taken care of and flossing, period, like consistent flossing is good for your gums. But you know what's really, really good for your gums is water flossing. Because water flossing really allows you to get up in there under or around the gum line, which is where a lot of hidden food gets trapped and where the gum recession starts or progresses. Clock that T. I'm putting a lot of y'all up on game tonight. All right. So once I got my impacted wisdom tooth taken out and started using the water flosser, my gums went back pink. My gums went back to normal. All right. In fact, another issue I had with my wisdom tooth was like, I guess it was the tooth that was next to the wisdom tooth, or like, I don't know. It was one of my molars became like, it felt like it was moving a lot. Like, not majorly, but like, I forgot what the dentist called it. Like, I don't have that issue either. Ever since I got the impacted wisdom tooth out, thank God my mouth has been totally returned to normal. But that's because I once again consistently floss, consistently brush, consistently clean my tongue. Like like it's Bible in my life. All right. Six of Voices connected to long-term health. I don't see any major issues or worries or concerns around health around a lot of everyone in the room. I definitely see some things that could be fixed up. I see a lot of y'all transitioning from an old lifestyle related to your health to move transitioning into a new lifestyle or needing to transition into a new lifestyle, particularly for the long term or longevity of your health. All right. Muse of voices or muse of emotions, unexpected changes. I feel like a lot of you need, look at the water flowing through both of these people. A lot of y'all need more water, more hydration. Once you bring in more hydration, either through literally drinking water or the food and or the foods you eat, you're going to notice a complete change in your body's ecosystem and the way your body runs and your body's efficiency. Okay? The Emperor. I get good energy around health. I don't get any major concerns around health. I mean, except the Tower card showing up as the first card, but I don't get any major concerns or issues around health or worries. The Emperor is being in control, mastering your health. So a lot of y'all are learning to master your health. Have you ever used the Nature's Answer Perio line? No. I feel like I've seen that in the stores though. My teeth have never felt more squeaky clean than when I use the mouthwash while I floss. Yeah, I do use mouthwash as well. I use mouthwash at the end, usually when I'm done brushing my teeth, and then I will use a little mouthwash in the water flosser as well. Because putting mouthwash in the water flosser will give you that mouthwash effect, and then therefore that antibacterial effect, which a lot of us really want in between our teeth to prevent cavities, to prevent gum recession or further gum recession. So putting a little bit of mouthwash in the water flosser actually is good for in between your teeth as well. All right. And the gum line. All right. I'm putting y'all up on game. I'm putting y'all up on game. Yeah, get a water flosser today. Do it today. Okay. Seriously, there's really cheap options. Um, I have one that stays on my counter. It has like a big motor in it. It has like knobs, like levels 1 through 10 on it. So, I mean, I use that thing every day, and y'all see, I still have every single teeth and every single tooth is my tooth. Thank God, and so shall it be for the rest of my life. God, right? Take good care of your teeth, y'all. Seriously, take good care of your oral health. It matters. Let's look into money next. Oh wait, no, we have a live reading. We have a live reading, y'all. If anyone wants to donate for a live reading, send your donation. You can donate via PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. The link is in the chat, or you can send your donation via the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. Please send your question with your donation. Is Christine in the room? We're going to do Christine's question. Oh, that's you, Scare Bear. Okay, Scare Bear. Let's get to your question. Okay. Let me cleanse the cards real quick. All right, let's get to Scare Bear's question. And remember, y'all, I'm doing live readings. So if anyone wants a live reading tonight, you can send your donation via the link in the chat or the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. All right. Get your reading tonight. Get your reading tonight. Start your weekend off with clarity, child, and insight. All right. That's me. Hey Lamar, I want to ask if you see me having a new relationship anytime soon. I've met several men online recently and they have all turned out to be lying to me about their relationship status. No, age, number of children, stood me up. It's a nightmare out there. It is, child. Trust me, I know. I'm pretty happy in my own life, but curious if you see anyone entering my life this year. Let's see. Yes. You should always keep hope alive. Always keep hope alive, honey. All right, it's the hope that, draws opportunity in. Not desperate, hopeful. Okay, there's a difference. Love Theory says, I buy the mouthwash and toothpaste from Sprouts. It's so good. I'll spend the extra bucks for the clean feeling. Ooh, Sprouts is in California, right? Or the West Coast. Will Scare Bear 3321 have a new relationship anytime soon? Will there be a new person entering Scare Bear 3321's life anytime soon, Spirit? Give us clarity and insight. Will there be anyone new entering Scare Bear 3321's life anytime soon? Give us clarity and insight, Spirit. Give us truth. Amen, amen, amen. Nine of Emotions. You've definitely collected a lot of experiences dating. Some or a lot of these experiences I want you to release or not hold on to, but take the lessons you've learned and what you've learned about yourself, most importantly. All right? Men are so interesting. Even when they're attracted to you, they're still horn dogs. I guess that means he likes each other. He's attracted to you. I don't know. You still got to put them in your place. Don't give in to that energy, ladies, and my feminine energies that deal with men. All right, let's continue. Scare Bear. Nine of Voices connected to money and finances and investments. This is you investing in yourself, maybe investing in your sleep hygiene, investing in other areas of your life. Definitely could be your independence, your financial stability, your financial independence. Three of Voices shows up connected to thoughts, the mind. You may have to work on changing your mindset, working on releasing mentally past experiences in love and dating so that you don't take them into future dating experiences once again. All right. Particularly with your mindset or your thoughts. Also walking away faster or ending things faster when you recognize that things are not aligned. All right. So it's almost like Spirit is saying, Stop wasting your time. It's almost like Spirit is saying it's a little bit of doing it to yourself in some way. Like, make more conscious choices. The Fool card connected to emotions, connected to what you need to feel emotionally secure and safe. I think for you, Scare Bear, you need an emotional connection. But you also need to feel emotionally secure and safe. But there's also a realization, Scare Bear, I'm hearing Spirit saying, there also is a realization that needs to happen that it's not necessarily totally up to the other person to make you feel safe emotionally. Clock that T. A large part of it is yourself. You showing up already emotionally secure and safe to some degree, right? So I don't know if this has been part of like your lessons in the past or part of your issues in the past. Um, all right. It's interesting because the Fool card is facing the Three of Voices. So once again, are you making choices that seems like it's promising, but really it's just this in sheep's clothing. Once again, it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. So there's a little bit of falling for that energy, a wolf in sheep's clothing. It seems different, but it's really the same thing, the same experience over and over and over. All right. It's almost like you're craving emotional connection, you're craving emotional intensity. But once again, it's that craving that causes you to rush into things, maybe not taking your mind with you, not taking your necessarily intuition with you. I am still taking questions, Stephanie. So if anyone wants to donate for a live reading while I'm here, you can send your donation via the link in the chat, the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. We've been here for about 2 hours. It doesn't feel like that. But once again, if you would like a live reading, you can send your, I just posted the link in the chat, so you can send your link in the chat or the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. Okay? Sorry. Is Scarebear still in the room? Ace of Inspiration connected to romance. This is you actually taking action. This is you being inspired in some way, shape, or form. Um, I see you being more action oriented, less passive in love and dating, less allowing things to happen to you and being more intentional moving forward, which definitely could benefit you greatly. I think that's going to be the turning point once you become more intentional with your dating choices, Scare Bear. I definitely see something about something coming full circle, an ending of a cycle around July, August, September for you, Scare Bear. Maybe something shows up around those time frames, or maybe something connected to a change in your routine, a change in your work or job around those time frames could also be beneficial for you or could present an opportunity. All right. I get seven of emotions. Once again, there's a little bit of like hesitation, a little bit of like almost like fear or uncertainty around love and trusting opening yourself up again to potential in love and dating. All right. Yeah, work on like opening yourself up more emotionally, mentally. Not saying jump into it naively or foolishly, but it's almost like you kind of have to have a little bit of fool energy in love and dating, no matter how many times you've been knocked down. All right, in order to find that needle in the haystack, in order to stumble upon that miracle. All right, for you, but also I feel like that's a message for other people as well. The hang muse, definitely things not happening in your time frame or your expected container. I get the 10 of emotions connected to your career. Somehow I feel like your career, your job may be tied into your love life in some way, shape, or form. Or work, career, job. Maybe the person you're meant to be connected with's work, career, job could be tied up into your love life, okay? Oop. Thank you to whoever just donated for another live reading. Page of Emotion shows up. A young Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius energy. So I'm wondering what your age is, Scare Bear. And then we've got the king, the muse of emotions, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, King of Cups. Child. This could be someone you are spiritually aligned with. You are um, spiritually yoked with. So there's someone in the wings, child. Someone with masculine water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Um, but they're in the wings. They're waiting, right, for you to be ready. That's what I see for you, Scare Bear. They could show up maybe around this time next year, if not like soon. Okay. What's the final card for Scare Bear 3321 and Scare Bear's upcoming love life energy? You got integration, Scare Bear, number 33. Scare Bear says, "Thank you, Lamarr. Your readings always make so much sense to me." You're welcome, Scare Bear. Thank you for saying that. You're welcome. We are some integration, Scare Bear. We are a sum of all our experiences in this and other lives. We all bring forward a wealth of knowledge, talents, and wisdom. One of the challenges is remembering who we are. We are bombarded every day in every way with messages on who we should be, what we should do, what we should wear, how we should live. These messages coming from the media, society, our family and friends, and even strangers can drown out who we really are meant to be, who we have grown into lifetime after lifetime. Find some quiet moments in your day to identify and start a relationship with that small, strong voice inside you. Pretty soon, you won't hear the other messages. Many times in your interactions with others, you hear that small voice that tells you that something is not right. Your logical mind tells you to stop it, nothing is wrong, stop being silly, dramatic, or overreacting. You may ignore your inner voice in a quest to fit in, to be loved or admired. You do not realize that your inner voice is warning you that the other person's energy is not matching their words or actions. Listen to your instincts about this situation or person. Ciao. Trust your instincts in dating, Scare Bear. All right. Thank you, Stephanie, for your donation. You're next. What's your question, Stephanie? Let me see if you put your question with your donation, actually. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, Stephanie, you're up next. Let's see. Let's see if Stephanie put her question. Sagittarius female, 30 years old. In what area will I receive blessings? Hopefully, all of them, God willing, time frame. Let's see, Stephanie. Good question. Once again, if anyone wants to donate for a live reading while I'm here, you can send your donation via the link in the chat or the PayPal Cash App Venmo on the screen. We've been on for 2 hours, y'all. Some of y'all, do y'all like these longer lives rather than the 1 hour lives? I don't know if I'll always do the 2 hour lives, but every now and then, it seems like I really like the long lives. Y'all like content to watch and binge, honey. I don't blame you. All right. Once again, which area of Stephanie.6616 life is getting the biggest blessing soon? What area or areas of Stephanie.66616 life is getting the biggest blessing or blessing soon? What it takes to be yours. Muse of Inspiration shows off right off the bat. So this is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries man around you in a position of power or influence or leadership. Maybe where there's a connection here. So I don't know if you're currently dating someone or maybe have your eyes on someone or feel like someone has their eyes on you. The Devil card does show up connected to money and finances. I actually get a warning around money or finances or a need to reassess money and finances at this time. And anything that's not working financially or resource wise or when it comes to your bottom line, your stability. All right, Stephanie? Two of materials connected to thoughts, the mind. And I get the Knight of Inspiration facing the two of materials connected to emotions, family, home, energy. You are committed, though. You are dedicated to an idea, a goal that you have. Um, Or it's possible you may have a choice between two different things, two different directions by May or June, all right, of this year. Three of emotions, seven of materials. Strength card connected to your one-on-one relationships. I see you moving into a stronger phase in your love life. Seems like your love life may get a big blessing around September or October, or you enter a different phase of your love life around that time frame. All right. And then I see the Ace of Materials. So I see money or an opportunity related to money, stability, finances showing up around October, November. That changes things, that brings in change for you. Oh, you have a Pisces man around you, child. Not the Pisces man showing up right off the bat. This is him, child. He's good for you. I feel like there's good synergy between you and this man. Of course, if you want a personal reading, you know about him, you can get another reading or a personal reading. But I get good synergy. All right, like he brings out a certain side of you, a different side of you, but a good side of you. So I feel like September, October, November are good months for you. Um, oh, you don't know if the Pisces man is for you. Maybe there's another water sign man. Maybe at one point he brought a good side of you. I'm not sure, but I get the moon card around freedom, um, optimism, stepping outside your comfort zones. The chariot card shows up around long-term goals, long-term aspirations, potentially your career, professional destiny. So I see that maybe there could be movement with your career, your professional life, a professional goal by the end of the year going into the new year of 2027. All right. Or clearing debt. All right. I feel like you're in a way still learning to trust yourself, Stephanie 6616. Um, but I see positive changes showing up in terms of health. This also could be related to your long-term health. So your long-term health, I get good news relating to your long-term health as well. That could show up down the line. So any health issues I see getting rectified or healed once again down the line, going into the new year of 2027. So I feel like everything kind of slowly comes together as time goes on. But in terms of love and money, I get good energy around September, October, November for you, Stephanie. And then around health, I get good energy around the new year. All right. Let's get your final card. I wonder if my job will try and transfer me elsewhere for the better. That's a possibility. You might need to get another reading, Stephanie. That's a possibility. I did see change once again. What's the final card for Stephanie? We'll take this one. Reunion of souls. Ooh, reunion of souls. Good, because I need to get my weight in check. I want a hot girl summer. I know that's right. That's why I'm eating the salads and drinking the water and doing all the things my darn self. Reunion of souls. Let's read. Which, by the way, salad right now doesn't sound too bad actually. Like a small salad, not like a huge big salad. Reunion of souls, Stephanie. There is a school of thought that says before our souls come to earth, we make contracts or agreements with other souls. At one point in time, we appear in each other's lives to assist those involved in learning a lesson, being a catalyst for a needed change, or to share in profound joy. When a person comes into your life to teach you a lesson, no matter the human form, no matter the human experience, this agreement is based in love. The human experience may have been painful and extremely challenging. Acknowledging the depth of love needed for this contract to take place and then let them go. The experience may have been profoundly moving, but ended abruptly and without reason. Again, be grateful and move on. Cherish the lessons and move forward into your life the way it was meant to be. Alternatively, this card signifies a profound soulmate relationship, whether it is between lovers, friends, or parents and children. Cherish the gift given. So you may have a soulmate coming in, or you may be meant for a soulmate energy. All right. Wonder if an old flame may come back. It's possible, child. Definitely keep me updated, Stephanie. All right, y'all. We're gonna look into money next. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. We're gonna go back to the collective reading. All right. We're gonna look into money, and then we're gonna finish off with love. All right. So if anyone once again wants to donate for any live readings before I sign off tonight, get your live reading in. All right. Or hold your peace until the next time. All right. Let me post the link one more time for the live readings. And once again, your question does not have to be specific to the topic. So you can ask any question for your live reading you want to. All right. I just posted the link for the live reading once again in the chat. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. And then we'll get into the collective spread for money. Or no, yeah, for money. All right. I'll be right back. He's the one that brings me joy. All right, for everyone watching this video right now, for the collective, for the person watching this video right now, Spirit, give us clarity and insight on money. What's around the person watching this video's money? What's around the blessing coming into the person's life around money watching this video right now? Whether they're watching the live and or the replay. What's around money for the person watching this video right now? 10 of Voices. Some of y'all are coming out of a painful ending around your money, a painful cycle. Some of y'all are coming from a period of just making it by the skin of your teeth, but doing it again and again and again. But it's become exhausting. It's become like, I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep surviving paycheck to paycheck or client to client, right? Bill to bill. All right. It's like you've become the survivor financially, not the thriver. Ooh, but the magician card shows up connected to your money and finances, child. Some of y'all, the financial energy is already shifting. Some of y'all, the financial energy has shifted. All right. Or there's a shift coming in once again. April, May. I keep hearing April, May, April, May. Maybe the next 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months as well. All right. There's definitely a financial shift coming in for a lot of you, especially if you've been doing things ritualistically, or if you've been doing things magically to benefit your finances, if you've been doing magic on your money and your finances, because sometimes it's not enough to just light a money candle. Sometimes you need to do extra work around your money. Sometimes you need to do a money cleansing, a money blockage removal, right? Can I get an amen, somebody? A money cord cutting. Eight of materials. Opportunity financially. Having an opportunistic mindset also financially. Seeing opportunities to make money, to stabilize your income in some way. Moving forward. All right. This is the energy of adopting an opportunistic mindset financially. Not a bad thing. Emotionally, you handling your money. You feeling more in control financially. Especially by summer, by June or July, I see a lot of you feeling more in control financially once again. Things are going to start picking up around April or May, but by June or July, it's like a lot of you will feel a sense of abundance. A lot of you will feel a sense of like things are financially working for you, moving in your favor, moving the way you want them and need them to. Okay? You gain control, you gain your power back financially. Rather than the financial stress controlling you like it has been for a while, I feel like for some of you. Six of Voices, once again, you're moving from one phase financially to another in terms of your energetic output. So a lot of you are doing things differently financially with the way you make your money, the way you spend your money. Your habits are changing, which is going to benefit you. All right. But I get the five of materials. It's a lot of you, it's like work related. Maybe you're not making enough money at work. You're not getting enough hours. Work is too unpredictable. There's something about your work life that makes it feel like you have financial stability and financial abundance potentially in your grasp, but it's like it's not consistent enough. It's not showing up enough. It's not vibrant enough. All right. I need a financial shift, says Claire. I have been doing everything these last years have been total hell. Every time things are supposed to come through, they get stopped. I feel that, Claire. I'm sure a lot of people do as in the room as well. The death card connected to a one-on-one relationship. This is an ending, a transition. For some of you, this is an ending or a transition when it comes to some sort of established relationship financially for you. For some of you, I keep hearing bank. Some of you are ending relationships with your banks or banks you've been banking with for a while. Some of you, it could be potentially job related. Some of you, it could be sources from where you get your money related. All right. Some of you are ending or terminating contracts with like bills that have become too high or long standing. So some of you, it's like you're terminating, you are initiating these terminations, or other people. If it's not you initiating these terminations, it's someone else initiating the termination for you. It's like almost like a mutual agreement that this is just not working for either of us. All right. So either let's end this or find a better solution. For some of you, it's not even bank or anything like that related. It's your relationship. It's your marriage. A lot of y'all are low key having financial issues because of the person you're married to or dating or even talking to. Clock that T. The banks are your CDs. Yes, the banks are acting shady these days too. Knight of Voices. So I do see a shift coming for your money. All right. I do see a rearranging around your money. The muse of emotions, creating a better synergy, a better flow. Oh my God, when I just told off the teller at my bank today for being rude to me. They be trying it. The bank tellers be trying it sometimes. Nine of materials, though, connected to your long term goals financially. Once again, I see a lot of you reaching some sort of finish line financially, reaching some sort of achievement. It's not quite where you want to be, but it's a step closer. All right. Justice around your money. Un- some of y'all are about to receive unexpected justice around your money. Things that were taken away from you or that you were robbed of returning in some way, shape, or form through unexpected maybe opportunities for some of you as well financially. Five of Voices shows up. I think this showed up earlier. All right, around money. This is the last card for money. Look at the olive that everyone's fighting for, the olive branch that everyone's fighting for. All right, like a rat race in some way, shape, or form. Fighting for a top position. Some of y'all, what's holding y'all back financially is being committed to this idea of the rat race, or if I just secure this position rather than if I just create my own thing. If I just remove myself from the competition in general. A lot of y'all need to remove yourself from circumstances where you and multiple people are competing for resources, are competing for a paycheck. This could be your coworkers, like the company you work for. It's keeping you financially stuck. If you feel like you're competing for a paycheck, if you feel like you're competing for a spot, you may be in the wrong field financially when it comes to your money. The only competition should be you. All right. All right, y'all. Last call for live readings. We're about to look into love. I mean, I'm signing off for the night. I've been on for almost 3 hours, believe it or not. Last time we were on for 3 hours because of the live readings. We had like an hour just alone, an hour and a half of just alone of live readings last night. Um, but tonight we're just digging through the tea, chow. You just paid off one of your loans today. Congratulations, love theorists. That always feels so good. Clearing a loan. All right, y'all. Last call for live readings. If anyone wants to donate for a live reading, send your donation via the link in the chat, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. After this last collective live, I'm signing off for the night. So if you have a question, your question does not have to be specific to the topic. Get a live reading, all right? Or get a personal reading. Let's see. For the person watching this video right now, what's around love? What's around love for the person watching this video, whether they're watching the live and or the replay? For the person watching this video right now, what's the next blessing coming in love for them? What's around love for the person watching this video, whether they're watching the live and or the replay? The death card. In terms of love for the people in the room, there's an ending of an old version of you and emerging as a new you. And whether or not your current dating life or love life survives this new you remains to be seen. Some of you already in relationships, it's like this new you emerging. There's a question of, does your current relationship or the current person you're currently talking to align with this new you emerging? For some of you, the answer could be yes. Let's see. Ace of Emotions. For a lot of you, there's a connection to money with love. Like you're wanting a breakthrough not just in love but with money. It's almost like there's a consciousness of whoever comes through and or whatever comes through in love for me cannot burden me financially or stability wise. Like it has to uplift me. It can't weigh me down. I need to be able to come up to the surface to breathe, right? Okay. Tina Brown says, congratulations, love theorist. I definitely know that great feeling like a weight has been removed. Amen, Tina. Preach, child. Two of Emotions, connected to communication. Some of you in love and dating just need to like enjoy the banter, enjoy the communication, or enjoy the building of emotional connection through communication with you and your partner. It's almost like the art of communication, the art of talking, the art of getting to know one another has been lost in dating. But that energy of talking, getting to know one another, that mundaneness, but also feeling like the time still stillness as well, that is dating. That is true dating, right? So for some of you, it's like enjoy the getting to know each other in love and dating. Don't try to rush this process because this is important. This creates the foundation. All right. And having a solid foundation in anything in life, but especially in a relationship, prevents tower moments. All right. Once again, let me say that one more time. Solid foundations in anything in your life, but particularly in love and dating relationships, prevents tower moments from at least demolishing the foundation completely. All right. Obviously, a tower moment is going to come in life. You can't prevent that. But once again, it maybe instead of just completely obliterating the foundation, maybe the foundation gets an upgrade or gets restructured, but it's still there, right? It still remains, but it just becomes stronger with each tower moment instead of collapsing with each tower moment. All right. Does that make sense? Nine of Emotions. You have a lot of emotions, you have a lot of feelings, but it's important for you to get them in check, to emotionally regulate yourself. Don't overwhelm your partner or the person you're talking to or are going to soon to be talking to with your emotions. Once again, it's your job to regulate your emotions. Okay? Remember that in love and dating. And the person you're talking to or dating should help with that, should aid in regulating your emotions. The person you're talking to or dating should not emotionally dysregulate you. That is a red flag. All right. Eight of inspiration. I feel like something is coming in fast. Someone is coming in fast and romantically. Muse of inspiration, fire energy, movement with your routine in love and dating. I see a change in your routine with love and dating, especially as we get to the later part of summer. Y'all, the lover's card shows up. Love seems to be getting the biggest blessing for a lot of y'all. The lover's card shows up, connected to relationships. The potential for love moving forward is high. All right. Okay. All right. The lover's card is two people being drawn together. The lover's card can mean soulmate energy. The lover's card speaks of two specific people, two specific energies being drawn together for a purpose. All right. Ciao. September, October could be important months as well, but I get the devil card. Be mindful of your triggers in love and dating. They could still mess up a good thing if you're not careful. All right. Be careful of unhealed energy in general. Also be careful of toxicity. Um Unhealed coping mechanisms or toxic coping mechanisms, either with yourself or your partner. Okay? Two of inspiration, five of inspiration, ace of voices connected to some of y'all have some communication coming in, some unexpected communication coming in connected to love and romance. All right. Could also come via a dating app, social media. Okay. Awakening. A lot of y'all have an awakening in your love life. You're experiencing a spiritual awakening at this time. You're learning that the old way of being in love and dating, the old way of operating, is no longer resonating with your soul, your spirit. It's time to let your soul and your spirit take the wheel in love and dating. Because if anything, your soul and your spirit definitely knows what you need. Some of y'all have been operating out of other means and other modes. You've been operating in lust, sexual energy. You've been operating in desperation, right? But awakening is self awareness in terms of where you're operating, where your intentions lie. Okay? Let's get the final card. Mhm. 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 All right, final card for the collective tonight. Final card for love, money, and health for the collective. Once again, if you want a personal reading, I am available for personal readings. You can definitely check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Thank you to everyone that purchased live readings tonight. We appreciate you. Let's get the final card. Joy. Joy. In all areas of life, love, health, and money, choose joy. Let's read. Joy. We are created in joy. The balance of energy and higher vibrations brings us closer to divine love. Pure joy. Joy can be a destination, but it can also be the vehicle that you use to get to that destination. Faith, grace, gratitude, and love all merge together at different times and in different amounts to create joy. There is love, growth, tears, change, and self realization in this card. This card portends a happy and joyous time. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Seek joy in all aspects of life. I feel like that's a Bible verse. All right, you guys. I love you all. This has been a great live as always. I will catch you all later tomorrow. I've got candles I've got to get to. So if you want a candle, visit my website. Once again, if you want a personal reading, I'm available tonight. So once again, visit my website. Text me at 703-791-9162. I do have WhatsApp for international clients. I love you all. I will see you all in the next video, or I will talk to you in your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you soon. Remember, I have an album out. It's called Witch's Anthem. It's available on all streaming platforms. I love y'all. See y'all later. Bye. I've got something to tell you, but I think you already know. When I get these feelings, boy, I'm suddenly elusive. It's the threat that my feelings will show. I've got a secret to hold you. I've let my feelings grow. Every time you slide my way, I pray to God and hope you stay. Like Veterans Day, you'll be my slideshow. 'Cause I've got a crush on you. There's nothing you can do. I'm coming straight for you. 'Cause I've got a crush on you. In the corner haunting you. Will you be my baby boo? 'Cause I've got a crush on you. There's nothing you can do. I'm coming straight for you. 'Cause I've got a crush on you. In the corner haunting you. Will you be my baby boo? nothing you can do. I'm coming straight for you. 'Cause I've got a crush on you. In the corner haunting you. Will you be my baby boo? 'Cause I've got a crush on you. There's nothing you can do. I'm coming straight for you. 'Cause I've got a crush on you. In the corner